What's going on, workforce? Brian here, and on this episode of State of the Game, we're talking about Nintendo and if they're backsliding into, I guess, their sordid past of being a kid-friendly or a kid-only brand. And it's not that they were really kid-only, they just kind of positioned themselves, got comfortable, and pretty much existed in that space for a long period of time. But with Nintendo Labo, in my reaction and excitement to that product, a lot of people were commenting that it's like, hey, this is just cardboard. Yeah, maybe. This is like, you know, a kid version of it, that they're making the same mistakes as Wii and Wii U. And so I wanted to address that with you guys right here, right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just do this thing. So, welcome. If you are new here and you don't know my history with Nintendo, I have not been a fan of Nintendo for a long time. The Wii and the Wii U generation completely put me off. I was definitely calling for them to go third party. They make great games, but their hardware is just the worst. And I was hopeful, always hopeful, and even leading up to the Switch when it was called the NX, I was like, I want them to win me back. And spoiler alert, they totally have. I love my Switch. Maddie loves playing with it. She's 3.5 right now. My wife loves it. In fact, I want to get another one for the house. Just can't afford it yet. Look into our backlog for reasons why. Had a whole house thing in November. Anyway, outside of that, this has been a great system. And in fact, the marketing, it's all really been targeted at young adults. You know, gamers like myself, probably like you. And the games have proven it. The games they've delivered have been just phenomenal with a wide range of it. I'm playing Doom on my Switch right now. I'm playing Xenoblade. That is a tough as nails game. I couldn't anticipate Maddie enjoying that just yet for the time being. They've got a lot of great games. They announced obviously Bayonetta 1 and 2, and even a third one, and then obviously Dark Souls is coming to the platform now that we just learned. And so they're making content, and what's important is not only is the content coming, but people are buying the content. That has always kind of been the thing. Third parties have kind of felt like, well, I'm not going to go and invest the money and not have my games really be sold, so why do that? And it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy how we got there. So is Labo a backslide? Is Nintendo reverting back to their safety of kid-only? And to that I'd say absolutely not. It's totally different from the Wii U. Completely. Wii U is a whole different problem, a whole different issue. The Nintendo Wii, heavily driven on motion controls. This in and of itself is like, we have this and we're a toy company, let's make something cool. Something, you got kind of a robotics pack, and then you have the variety pack, and then they have like stencils. They have all kinds of interesting things. And this is, in my mind, just a product within the ecosystem. It isn't the ecosystem, it's a product within it. And this is only, like, I guess, you know, the point is only scored higher due to the fact that just last week with the mini direct, game after game after game after game, and, you know, again, ending in Dark Souls coming to the platform. This, I think, is really important. And it's also important how they structured that it was this, and then here's the Labo, because it is so mind-bendingly interesting. It's just, whether it's successful or not, it's successful in the sense that it's Nintendo doing what Nintendo does best and surprising us and pushing the envelope forward. And that has always been important for the industry. You will not see companies like EA or Activision doing this kind of things unless Nintendo does it first and they make money off of it. They're going to say, oh, EA and Activision will always let Nintendo take the risk. Nintendo will be a company that takes the risk. And even though I did not enjoy the Wii or the Wii U, it's good they existed. VR exists today probably because of the innovations and the efforts that they've made in that strategy. And I like the strategy they have with the Switch, making it really a console for everyone and delivering games that I'm interested in playing, and then also games that my daughter and I can play together that's important, especially for me in this part of my life. And also the console and portability of it, so much better. And and that's all I'm going to say on it. I'm happy they're actually doing Labo. This is exciting. I'm really interested. Maddie saw it and she said, what is that? How can I get it? Let's do it. And that's important. That's something that, like, again, I have a Switch and it might actually cause me to either go get an additional one or to go and pick up some additional Joy-Cons. If nothing else, it looks like it's going to be a Joy-Con selling machine for all the cardboard that you get. And I was calling it, like in some of the comments, the toycons, with all the various cardboard things that you can cut out. And I thought I was pretty clever with that, but I'm sure somebody probably said it first. But who knows? Anyway, the Nintendo Switch is doing fantastic. There's obviously, we've talked about in other videos on this channel, look for, like, I guess the Nintendo playlist that we have, things that we want to see for it. I don't expect anything less. I'm really interested to see what they continue to do. Obviously, for me, it's all about what kind of online and what kind of various services do they plan to extend with the software itself as we continue and move forward. That's really where it's at for me. If Nintendo does nothing but make Toy-Cons from here into the end of the earth, then yes, I'll admit that I was wrong. But I think this is a good product that's going to exist in this ecosystem where it only could exist on the Switch. I don't think you'll ever see somebody strapping an Xbox to their back or a PlayStation 4 to their back or their PC to their back and making a cardboard toy robot that you can interact with in a game. Hopefully, at the end of the day, this helps encourage more kids to check out engineering and to ask how things are built and to try and experiment. That in and of itself, I think, would be the best thing that ever comes out of it. Even if they just sell just a handful of these things, if it's just a footnote in history, Nintendo is trying something, and for that, I am truly thankful. So thank you, Nintendo. Thank you for this. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on one here in the coming months. My wife and I, the only issue is that we're trying to debate, should we get the robot or the variety pack? I kind of vote for both. It seems so cool and so interesting. And then at the end of the day, I could also just get a cardboard box and pretend, right? So there's definitely mixed feelings there. But anyway, guys, for Work to Game, my name is Brian. Sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking about Nintendo Labo now that we know more information about it, now that the what has settled from yesterday. I'd love to hear your thoughts and what you're thinking. So anyway, and without further ado, I will wrap up this video. That made no sense. Guys, for Work to Game, my name is Brian. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.
Hey, it's me. I'm in Chris's office. He doesn't know it, but we've got other videos for you to check out right here. And we've got the vlog down there in the corner. Plus, we've got some contact information, and you can totally subscribe to the channel that way as well. So we hope you do. We hope to see you in our next video. But until then, take care.